Okay, can everyone see my screen? Cool. So actually, other than start, pause, repeat, a designer's inner game, I do have another title for my presentation today, which is design as ritual in the age of AI. So it's more like talking about from philosophical or from our mental level to as a product designer, what we are actually doing. So speaking of my, oh, one second. Let me see if I can change my, oh, can everyone see the, yes. So the first thing I want to talk about, like why gamification actually captured me, because today I'm pretty much uh, packaging myself as a designer who focus a lot on delightful experience, gamification, and using that as a tool to drive product design. Um, so speaking of my childhood, I've been very into Japanese video games. These are some of my selected favorite titles I selected here. Um, they actually, before I even know what design or graphic design or what product design is, these are my toys on a digital interface. Especially games from Nintendo. I'm a big Nintendo fan. Um, so for example, like the Pokemon as a role play game and Zelda as like an adventure game, um, they these are all games that teach persistence and curiosity to me, and as well as fun experience like interaction. I just showcase some of my favorite games, like how you, so for example, in Legend of Zelda on 3DS, you could actually compose like like a melody to make things happen, which is pretty much like a ritual experience from my end. So you do that in a specific way, you change people's mind, and that moment brings curiosity and joy. And yeah, and these are all like the I would say very beginning of my inspiration on digital interface and interaction design. And this is Ace Attorney, and this is Castlevania, all my favorites in my middle school. And so now let's talk about Duolingo. So for me, something I really want to share my experience at Duolingo is when I getting to this world, I thought, oh, we want to make some really fun experience, but this time we need to think in a way that also need to fulfill the business goals. So sometimes it's getting interesting, and sometimes it will be really a money driver. So I've been working on different projects. For example, Match Madness. It's a time challenge game only for people who's on the leaderboard, and you have a time limit. You want to get more XP, so you want to compete with other people on the leaderboard. That's why we kind of invent this game. And in the meantime, the business goal is to, you see, we have like power ups. We have like you can actually use gems to buy these power ups, and that's the opportunity when we earn in-app purchase money. And another example I want to showcase is I've been working on optimizing the purchase flow for hearts. So you all know that similar to Zelda, we Duolingo has a like a heart system. You make 5 mistakes and you run off all the hearts, and we will urge you to subscribe to Super Duolingo or Duolingo Max. And my job was to, like, the challenge was to how to make people uh, easier to subscribe instead of like pay once. If I switch back, you will see like this is the old one, this is a new one. For the old one, you have two parallel options. For the new one, you have Super Duolingo pre-selected, and obviously the second one wins the company a lot of money because at that time you won't think too much about money, but you want to finish this lesson, similar to many mobile games. And I think my POV for AI here is AI isn't a silver bullet. That means it's not like a solution for everything. I will talk about a story when we were working on Duolingo Max, the more expensive tier at other than Super Duolingo, just because at the end of 2022, we noticed the boom of generative AI. So the company leadership kind of want us to come up with something that works on AI. So we need an AI feature. They want us to do something like that. So, but I think the interesting thing is that we all know AI seems very like magic. It tells you everything. It teaches you like everything you want to know or help you with your daily tasks too. Um, but is that like true that we have to do that way? It's a question because it's similar to you you have an answer, so you're going to look for the problem, and sometimes the problems are not real. um at the same time, we've been thinking about like the struggle of Duolingo Max was the subscription was not as high as we expected. We kind of invented several features like role play, like explain your answer. However, we noticed that some of these features are for very dedicated learners, but I think for the majority of Duolingo users, they are not serious learners, and it's also kind of difficult for you to actually master a language by only using Duolingo, right? So the struggle was obvious that AI is cool, these features are cool, but in order to make them work, we need to solve the real problem. We need the context. We need the real user problem. So in the meantime, I've been working on some other projects like the Duolingo shop. I've been challenged to improve this old interface, working with several product team like the growth area, monetization area, and in-app purchase team. By the time in-app purchase team was not actually important to the company because the majority of company revenue are from subscription. So we only made little as for business metrics. So two of my PMs left the team, and my manager also left. So by the time I could only help from the user experience, from the product experience, improving the product, but not actually still aligned with the existing product roadmap. And so you will notice that for the new design, I've been simplifying a lot of information. I don't know why this video is not playing, but it's supposed to be like a long scroll to compare. But anyways, for the new design, I've been simplifying a lot of information. I've been thinking about delightful experience because you never see like a mobile game store as text heavy like this. So, but also we need to consider like internationalization, which means we can't make everything like a small box, skinny box like this. So to consider the, oh, I think this is actually a video too, but I don't know why it's not playing. But the point is, it's specifically for improving the readability and the scalability for long languages like German, uh, Filipino, and Ukrainian and Russian. So actually, the design itself was shipped, and it made a lot of money too. For my recent work, I've been working for Neo. It's for me, it's designing for Delight in payments. That means we are working on the similar to Duolingo, but we're this time is on like a mobile web. We're working on the payment flow, at simplifying for speed, but keep like small, joyful touches, because we are adding customization features for different game developers. So if they have like specific game that has like a theme, we could match it to make it native. And oh, for context, the company is pretty much relying on web-based payments for mobile games, just because Apple actually charges you a lot of commission fee if you are putting in-app purchase, offering the options to users. So if user pay $10, Apple will get $3, and you will pay the tax and only get the rest part. So a lot of game studios, they want to actually earn more money. That's why we have this business. Mm. And for I don't really have too much topic for AI in the design workflow, but other than designing AI products, for my own experience, I've been experimenting with different design, like AI design tool, like Figma Make, Lovable, and Cursor, which Arthur will introduce more detailedly after my pitch. But I really found it interesting that AI helps with designers on like wireframing, copywriting, and making the UI variations by properly using these tools. But I don't think AI could help us make just be clear how your user flow should be like, what your user should feel, and what jobs need to be done. So yeah, so it's delight as ritual, not decoration, which means I've been working on different part on the visual design side on the user interface, and I really want to make that as part of the ritual for users on a daily basis. And it's not actually decoration, but I will frame all the visual design effort we are making as a ritual. And I think in today's world, um, designers are more like the rule makers of the game. It's not like we might no longer be the pixel worker, that we are making every pixel of the design system, and we are making definition to every part of the visual and the information architecture. However, we are more like a driver for using AI tools, and our value isn't just moving pixels. I think it's in shaping systems that move people. So that's pretty much my presentation, but I do have like an open question that, if you are, making a new product, or you're crafting an experience, like from today, what you will change from this kind of mindset? Thank you. So I'll make the time for Arthur.
Thank you so much. Natsume, this is like a really great presentation, and I believe everyone learned a lot, including me. So thanks, Natsume, again. Please, everyone, react. Yeah, I can see plethora. Thank you so much.
Thank
Indeed,
you.
indeed, I really like with the design philosophy, allowing as a ritual lot decoration, and also the cool feature don't guarantee success without solving actual needs. We really need the real user problem and context first. And without further ado, we will